Hey, I'm Kirsten Beach and welcome to my ear training demo class. Ear training is a special skill that is used for musicians to develop their understanding of musical relativity. The best way that I can explain this is if you know somebody that has perfect pitch, congratulations, they were born with it. Most of us musicians will never have that, but we can gain relative pitch and a relative understanding of the relationship between notes, and that is where ear training comes into play. As with all of my music-based lessons, we start with a vocal warm-up because for my singers and for my instrumentalists, it's very important to warm up yourself and warm up your instrument if you're going to be working on ear training because you want to be able to physically do the task as well as hear the task. I promise it's very helpful. Now that we're all warmed up, I like to start off ear training with interval work and then move on to chord naming and chord progressions so that we build our understanding of musical relativity starting with 2 notes and then moving on to 3 or more. I think it's very important to understand how notes connect to one another, whether you are a vocalist or an instrumentalist or someone who just really enjoys music. I like to begin with interval work because it is the absolute basis of our understanding of a pitch's relative nature to another pitch. I think that it is a very fun experiment because whenever I was learning my intervals, I was able to connect specific music pieces to the intervals that were being played, and it's how I built my pitch memory. So we always start with the very smallest of intervals and go all the way to the largest, and then we go back and we talk about how some intervals are, when flipped, are other intervals. We'll start first with a minor second, which is the first of our many wonderful intervals. Do you know what that sounds like? If I put it down much lower in our piano, you can really hear that it sounds like the theme from Jaws. This is the method that I like to use with my students because I think that is really helpful and it helps you understand music better when you're able to connect the interval to a piece of music. From intervals, we move on to chord work, talking about major and minor, the difference between the two, and then moving on to diminished and augmented and then sevenths chords, because those are the chords that you will most likely hear and need to be able to determine as an instrumentalist or a vocalist. I think that this is so much fun. I love ear training. It's all about repetition, doing it again and again, finding new ways to play around and to work on your ear training. This course, I specifically believe, works best when paired with my sight singing course. You can also use that course as a sight playing course. We will be doing very similar work. The only difference is that you will also get to understand what intervals look like when you are seeing them on the page and reading them and be able to put those two worlds, the written music and the heard music, together. I would absolutely love to have you in my ear training class, and I really hope to see and hear you do some great work. Thank you!